All right. So here at Motorsport Masters, I heard the 25 Shercos finally arrived, so I had to see for myself. So I haven't seen one in person yet, so kind of want to go over some of the key features on the new bike. First and foremost, we got the new petcock location here. A lot easier to get to. I didn't really complain that much before, but you know, once you turn it on, you leave it on. But now it's a lot easier to get to, obviously. Tank's fully redesigned, all new plastics. I think most people are excited about this. The new side access air filter cover. Pop that right off. Access to the air filter now. Super easily. Battery's still underneath. Obviously it's not in, it's a brand new bike. Pop the seat off. Already had it unscrewed. You do need an 8mm now to get that off, but you can just tell the professionalism is a lot better here now. Way less wires going. It's all tucked away and real nice. ECU's further away from the engine. I think that's always a benefit. Less heat, won't change the resistance as much. One thing, I don't know if we can see on the camera right now, but they did label all the wiring connections here. So it's general plugs, the fan. The port now, if you want to change stuff, is easily accessible on the side without any tools. So check stuff out on the fly, diagnostics. I think I'm most excited now about the access to the shock. Before it was really tight with that shock bolt to get out, and you know, if you're doing suspension testing and like that, it's a real pain in the butt. Now it's super easy to access that. So they did change the whole frame mount there, a lot easier for access as well. I think people are most excited about the muffler access. You don't have to take this side panel off anymore. You can just access it right through the side holes. Another really great benefit I'm stoked on is there's Riv Nuts back here now. So before you need an 8 and a 10mm. Obviously it still does have access with a 10mm, but I think that's just backup in case the Riv Nut fails. So it is a Riv Nut on there now to get the muffler off and on. So another bonus here is, like I said, working on the shock. Before you needed a 13 and an 18mm. Now on the new bike, you can see that they're inserted in there. So you only need the, I believe 18mm on the other side to take the shock on and off and mess with the linkage. So moving to the front of the bike, I think one of the things I'm most excited about, I don't know if you can see, they're very good on the radiators. The access to the radiator bolt is way better now. It's at an angle. So before it was kind of a pain if you had aftermarket radiator guards to get the radiator off and on. Now the access is way easier. So we'll see. Unfortunately, some of the brands are going to have to make a better or new aftermarket design to have some braces on here, but moving forward, this is a way better way to go about it. Now with the shroud, before we had there used to be a bolt there, and it kind of eliminates some of the graphics. You don't want to have your sponsors broadcasted on there. So now we have the mount there on the front of the radiator as well. So a little bit sleeker look, kind of makes the bike look faster. I don't know if it'll make you faster though. Alright, another new update is the way the steering stem nut is from previous years. This seems like a better material. I felt like the first couple rides on the Sherco, the headset was always crazy loose. So different style now by going about it. Hopefully some less maintenance on the user's end here. Now they also changed the front cable. What would you call this? Brake line guide. So they now changed the front brake line guide as well. So before you had to kind of mess with this whole headlight mask completely. Now it's got a system that's obviously separate from the headlight mask, connects to the computer there, and runs down the fork. So definitely a cleaner setup, a little bit easier to work on the bike. The front and rear rotors now are also not only the wave rotors, but they have the slots in them. Definitely works for better braking power, but we all know if it's a muddy race, you're just going to wear your pads out a lot sooner now. But positive and negatives for sure.
Yeah, with the waterproof cover.
Yeah, just for fun here, we got a nice little waterproof cover on the fuse box. Look at that, that's fancy. Talk about some marketing. Yeah. Yeah, one nice addition here is just, this is a lot better material now, and it's also got a little bit more grip involved, so definitely help when gripping the bike, just better overall control, and I think maybe a little bit more durable and cleaner look. So we know they got a new updated kill switch. So here's the one from a 23 model. It's current on the 24 as well. 25 just has an updated, a little fancier, more positive engagement kill switch, but you can just pop your clutch too, that works. And then for all you dual sport fans or people who don't live in California, you can actually ride your bike around. Got a little key, you can lock your bike, go to lunch. Oh shit. Hey, thanks for saving. This is Dan's bike? Saving Dan's bike.
Yeah.
Put his key out for him. Thanks.
You're welcome.